Just got done feeding my cats. It's close to 10 o'clock. Go home for an hour or so, and then I gotta go do a pest control job for a friend, and then do one for another friend. I was just, I was just thinking back about watching some of these or listening to some of these shows. I was watching a guy earlier. I made a shout out video to him because I do enjoy his interviews and his content, but I'm watching him like 1 month ago, and he's on a show, and I'm not gonna like link it or like be a dick about it or anything, but it's like he's on a show and he's got sunglasses on, which there's nothing more dickheaded than somebody that wears sunglasses during an interview. Like, it just says so much about your personality profile and everything else. Like, nobody that's wearing sunglasses is telling you the fucking truth, you know what I mean? But he's on a show and he's constantly, and talking, and he's not nodding out, but it's like, obviously it doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to figure out what's going on. And as disappointed as I am about seeing that, that's part of people's, like, you can bullshit yourself and you can bullshit others, but people that are really tuned in and plugged in to their sobriety, they know when. It's like Pastor Carter Conlon was talking about. He went to the bank, deposited some money that somebody gave him, and the clerk was counting it and she put like one bill off to the side, and he goes, what is the reason for that? And she said, well, she said, it's counterfeit. And he goes, well, how can you tell? And she just said, well, I don't really know. It just don't feel right. And that's the thing about, like, truth and sobriety. They go hand in hand with each other, Addicts are so used to lying and lying to themselves, and the drugs help soothe that lie, that when they relapse and have an issue or whatever, they still want to be able to, like, pass that shit off. And that's one thing that I never had with my ex in our relationship. When she was using, she never would come to me and tell me, like, I'm struggling, or I need your help or whatever. And there's no, like, real transparency. The only time you would catch on is when things, you didn't have proof, but it didn't feel right. And I, just go, I did the opposite of that. It feels right to the addict because it's their behavior, It feels right because people are you already know. It's like you're talking to a police officer when you're not sober. You feel like you have to just maintain the storyline, and the truth is the truth. The closer and the sooner you get to going, you know what? I went to work today and I ended up breaking down and calling my dealer or whatever, or I got some whatever from a coworker, or I had somebody meet me, or yada, 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 whatever it is. It's the truth, And I'm never going to punish someone for telling the truth. But they are punishing themselves further by when they say the truth will set you free in the Bible, it really didn't dawn on me until I had the Holy Spirit. And I'm filling out my paperwork for my outpatient rehab, and I'm looking at the girl across from me. She's about 25, 26, banging little body, and I'm already my ego's going, like, how to manipulate this girl, you know what I mean? And because that's what you do as an addict. You manipulate people. You manipulated yourself into this lifestyle, and you're just like, fuck it, everything goes. But signing my name, and I just remember God telling me, if you don't tell the truth, this is never going to work, and you're wasting your time, and it ultimately will cost you your life. And I was like, wow. And so I just kind of cringedly sat there with her, and it felt good. You know, it feels good to come on here. It felt good to tell the truth for a change. It felt, and then the other thing that I noticed with sobriety was how miserable I was for the longest time, because you're dealing with a world that has gotten more and more selfish and more narcissistic and just more deceptive, and more people are just, all of us, me included, you know, are so like just disgusting as fucking species, you know, literally. You know, we murder our fucking kids before they even have a chance to have a life, you know, and we just go, oh, it's called birth control. No, it's not. It's not called that at all. We've used a lie to convince everybody with just scientifical words that it's a medical procedure. It's not. It's you're murdering somebody. And those people that say that it isn't are lying to themselves. And I'll tell you this, you can spin things like as an addict any way you want, you know, and everybody that's alive, you know, is the people that are for abortion. You know, it's like the people that are dead don't get a voice. The people that are dead don't have a voice in it, you know. But man, I'm just telling you, the sooner you can say, hey man, I need help, or the sooner, if she would have said earlier and earlier, one, you build a bond with someone and an intimacy with people when you're able to be able to tell people like, hey, this is what's going on in my life, and I need to talk. You know, you have to be able to, and I never could with my parents or anything like that, because I just didn't feel like, one, they were even fucking remotely close to being able to do anything with that. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, in your relationships with yourself, the key to sobriety is the truth, you know, is the truth. The sooner you tell the truth about stuff, and the sooner you're able to say unequivocally, this is what's going on, or, you know, you'll be able to, I mean, it's like people that, you know, I would see people in meetings, and we're in group therapy, and it's like this dude, he's got his ear, you know, his fucking eyes plastered so you can't see him, and he's fucking snorting and sniffling, and it's like, bro, what? I mean, I just want to say, like, what the fuck possessed you or me to go on here and go, yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can slide by. Why are we using drugs? What's the root cause? What's the issue? What was the trauma involved? Dissect that, stop putting a Band-Aid on it, and learn to heal from that. And Jesus Christ will heal you. I was in pain for 10 years, not just with my broken neck, but from losing my brother. Every day I woke up, I was fucking happy for 12 seconds until I realized that, oh yeah, my brother's dead. You know, and it was just such a catastrophic loss, and the grieving went on for almost about a decade. And I would pray about it. I had gotten sober. I was dealing with it, and one day I just woke up and God lifted that burden for me. And anybody that's going through any kind of grief, counseling is the best option. That's why I always say, go to a meeting. You know, go to a meeting, get aggressive about your sobriety. You can't, I always say, you have to be in the sobriety protection program. You cannot be hanging out with people that are using drugs. You can't be hanging out at the same places. You can't work in a bar. You can't work at fucking such and such place. And there's, you know, nefarious activities going on. It's just never going to work. Don't go to meetings to meet people. Don't go to meetings to date girls. I went to a couple meetings in Hamburg, New York, up near the Bills Stadium, and it was like, it was like a hookup place. It's a nice place to go if you want to meet people and have, sex with them and fucking get arrested and complicate your life further and take a huge step backwards. If you want to start hooking up with people at meetings, there are some, small wins where people have met each other and gotten married. It's very rarely the rule. You know what I mean? It's an exception. Go attack your sobriety. Get aggressive with God, pursuing God in your life, pursuing prayer, meditating on, just saying, God, speak to me. Show me what you want. Show me, or God, He will put people in your life. He will open the door. And I mean, I've said it 1,000 times. I don't stop saying it because I just know there's people that have never heard this before. And the truth is, we were created by Jesus Christ. God, the Creator, made us in His image. He created this place, and He wants to have a relationship with you. And everything from MTV Road Rules to Def Comedy Jam to today's whatever you want to say, whatever show or whatever you're watching, I'm telling you, it's all a distraction. And there's all these little subtle little digs at God to make you feel stupid for wanting to pursue the Creator. Okay? Thank you.